Hi, I'm Angie with Core Star Pilates, and today's exercise is the roll-up. Let's get into it, the roll-up. So you're gonna turn one direction, and you wanna make sure you got plenty of room behind you. Legs are out front. You can either go toes and knees up towards the ceiling, parallel, reaching through your feet, flexed heels, or heels together, toes apart, point the toes, and find that connection between heels and glutes. So whatever position works for you for finding that connection to your posterior chain, that's the best one for you. I like this. We're going to bring the arms out in front. We're going to nod the head. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of flexion. And then from here, we're going to tilt the pelvis. We're going to start rolling down. And we're going to come all the way down to the mat, taking the arms overhead. And then we're going to start right back again, up to the ceiling, nod the head, rounding forward, and then finding that starting position. So it's to start with an inhale, exhale through that sticky point, squeeze the legs together, reach through the toes, inhale the arms up to the ceiling, nod the head, exhale, scoop and round forward, find your sit bones, stack up, and that's the roll up. So you say you can't do the roll up without either popping your feet up or you just can't get past that sticky spot. I've got a few options for you, and the first one's going to involve a ball. So some kind of small stability ball, could even be a kid's play ball. You could even do this on a hard surface with a towel or carpeting with paper plates or furniture gliders, just something that smooths underneath your feet. And we're going to start with our feet on the ball, but where we're not putting too much pressure into it. And grab hold of hamstrings, work your way down, and we'll start laying down. So from here, let's go with hands kind of on the thighs. You nod your head, and then as you roll up, you're going to reach your legs out, and you can use your hands on your thighs to help pull you up. And then as you roll down, you're going to bend your knees in. What you're going to find with this, it gives you a little bit more flexion through the lumbar spine. You might find this a little bit easier to get up and down. You can certainly use your hands to help pull you up if need be, especially when your legs are bent. So that's one great way to start with finding a roll-up option. Another option is your flex span. So take your flex span nice and long. You want to find your midpoint and bring it around the balls of your feet and toes. You do want your feet flexed, toes up, pulling back a little bit towards you, and then hold on towards the end. We are going to start upright for this one. Slight bend in the knees here. Start with that flexion forward. So just like the full roll up, you'll start with kind of that half roll back, start rolling down, reach your arms out. So instead of arms going overhead, they stay long by your side. And once you're ready to start come up, you're going to nod your head, get to that sticky point. Do a little bicep curl, bend your knees, use that exhale, round through, and then we'll do that again. Roll down, reach your arms out, find our articulation through the spine, and then nod the head, little bicep curl, rounding over the thighs, and stacking up. And that's one way to do the roll up with a flex span. And one more way to help you with your roll up is sometimes just putting a little something underneath the flat spot in your spine. So if you're rolling up and you've got a flat spot and it just doesn't want to go anywhere, having something underneath it sometimes helps give you that tactile cue of, okay, push that spot into the mat, and that's going to help get the abs on to help curl you forward. So you want to have it kind of above the pelvis in that lumbar spine area. And of course, this might be different for everybody, so find what works for you. I've just used a towel, a hand towel, kitchen towel really, and I folded it up, and that's going to go there. And I'm going to come all the way down for this one. Sometimes starting down is harder, so you might want to start up, but this at least gives me where I probably should have that towel. So if the first one you don't get all the way up, it's okay. Grab your thighs and make your way up to seated. So that right here is where I'm using my abs to kind of push that spine in. And then if you need, bend your knees, grab your thighs, help yourself up. And now is in a good place that you can continue on working on that. Come all the way down, Maybe bring the arms in front, grab the thighs, help yourself up. Ideally, you're doing this without the feet popping up off of the floor. There's going to be a point. Usually it's going to be somewhere around about here where the feet are going to pop up, or you're going to want to use momentum and throw yourself up. So try to do this without momentum. Try to keep those legs firmly on the ground. And if all else fails, just keep working at your ab prep and your half roll back, and maybe eventually this will work for you too. Is there a way to make the roll up harder? Well, yes, there is. We are starting to get into a few of the exercises where what we're teaching is probably the most challenging form of that exercise. So there are a couple of ways to make roll up a little bit more challenging. And one of the easiest is to keep your arms by your ears as you roll up and roll down, because it creates a longer lever. It's more work for your abs. But there's also another easy way to make roll up more challenging. So we'll start here. And remember, like I said, we're going to try to keep the arms by our ears. So as we roll down, we keep the arms right there instead of reaching them forward towards the toes. And then as we come up, arms stay by the ears, creates a longer lever, a little bit more challenging to get past that sticky spot. Now, the other way to make this more challenging, well, one is to slow it down really slow, right? So I'm going to go maybe an inch at a time, so much harder. Takes quite a few breaths to get all the way up. And then there is actually one other way of making this challenging, is you come up to that sticky spot right there and you stop. And then you keep going. And that's another great way to make the roll up just a little bit harder. Now it's your turn to practice this exercise. Take a picture or a video and post it on Instagram or Facebook. Tag us, CoreStar Pilates, and use the hashtag RealBodiesDoingPilates, and we'll share it on our feeds. I hope I've inspired an appreciation for Pilates, and I look forward to sharing more exercises with you.